Takozani Dimelang Khanya Lisedi. Hello everyone and welcome back to the one-on-one sessions with Coco Musore, and I'm your host Coco. I'm giving you guys tips, lessons and teachings on everything spirituality. So let's jump straight into our reading for the day. It is a beautiful Saturday morning, and I hope we can get clarity on the energy for the day and advices that you can get from your ancestors, your spiritual guides and your angels for the day. So the first card that we have out today, it is the 10 of Swords. So this is not really the kind of card that I'd want to see in the morning of a Saturday, but spirit has its own reasons, and this is what we're having for today. So the 10 of Swords is a card that talks about an ending, and this is not an ending that is easy or simple. This is a very heart-wrenching ending. It's painful. It's something that you personally will not want to accept. It's not something that you would want to happen or encounter in your life at this point. But most of the times, this type of ending, as much as it can be painful, it is something that is very necessary and very needed for you, for your higher self and your well-being at the end of the day. And this type of ending is also the universe's way of saying that you cannot go any further. Your life path is not in the direction that you're hoping it would be with this particular direction that you're in. And now it's time to part ways with people, things, and even colleagues or jobs that no longer work for you and your highest self, for your highest purpose at the end of the day. Particular ending is also an indication of a massive disaster in your life. This is a type of ending that makes everything feel as though it's falling apart. Your plans are no longer going to happen the way that you planned them, and everything is not working in your favor. And it's a very common emotion to be feeling in this type of morning. You might be feeling heavy, you might be feeling overwhelmed, and you might feel as though the universe is working against you. And it is quite understandable to feel that way, because some of you guys will feel as though you've been stabbed in the back so many times by people that you cared for, people that you chose before everything. And this is something that you were never ready to experience in your life, because you had so much hope for whatever it is that you have to part ways with at this particular moment in time. This card also signifies the depth of which your pain is going to be, because of the things that you're going to be losing at this point in time. Basically, things that you've invested so much of yourself in, they are that you care about. So this could also be a loss in terms of a partner, a life partner, someone that you've planned your entire life with. This could be a loss of a job for some of you guys, whereas certain decisions were made and they were not for you, they were not for your benefits, they were not for your highest good. And even certain family members are leaving your life. Some of you guys may be experiencing a passing. You may be sending someone else over today in the form of a funeral. So it's a very emotionally draining morning to begin with, but this doesn't mean that things are bad altogether, because the second card that appears here is the card of release. So this is a card that actually tells you that every ending is not a bad ending, right? So this ending that you are actually in at the moment is leading you to a whole new beginning that you've been dying for, that you've been crying for, that you've been needing. A beginning that you didn't even know that you wanted until it's right on your doorstep, right? And the message that we have from this card is endings that lead to new beginnings. The need to release situations or people that hold you back. Keep that in mind. Certain things or certain people have been holding you back, and you are very much aware of it. But the issue with you, from what I'm seeing from the 10 of Swords here, is that there was a lot of denial that you had in your flesh, in your mind. You were denying certain things that were right on your face, right in your face, right? And this is where, as your ancestors and your spiritual guides are pushing you to a point where, as you have to let go of these people, you have to release the energies of these people. So a lot of you guys need to do an aura cleansing session today, because this is where, as you need to remove energies from people of your past in this particular moment. That way, even their energy doesn't hold you back in the end run. And with that being said, I'm also seeing the ancestors giving us a message that this will be a spiritual transformation for you, right? So remember that spirituality, it doesn't only talk about things in the spiritual term, but also in the physical term, right? So basically, when you release certain things that no longer serve you, you transform yourself from the person you are today to the next person that you are supposed to be. So you're transforming yourself into the best version of yourself, a more intuitive version of yourself, a more grown part of yourself, and this is something that your ancestors and your spiritual guides want you to get. As you can see from the release card, we see a very beautiful scenery, a lot of beautiful white roses and a white horse. And remember that a white horse, oh, it's a unicorn, a white unicorn, and also a white horse is a signification of letting go of things just so you can step into your blessing. So this part of your life, whereas you are losing, or rather there's a very terrible ending for you, it's actually one whereas at the end of the day you are going to step into your blessings, and you're going to love the version of yourself that you're going to be at the end of the day. And the word of the day is find your voice. Okay, so this is whereas you sign out from things that no longer serve you, right? And you open up to new things that are actually for you. And at the end of the day, you find new ways to express yourself. So at the end of the day, once you release everything, you are going to have your own voice. You're going to be able to speak for yourself. Maybe some of you guys were encountering a situation whereas you weren't able to stand up for yourself. You weren't able to have your own voice, have your own opinions. Maybe some of you guys were in very abusive or toxic relationships, and today marks the end of those things. This is whereas you are stepping into a new confident version of yourself, and this new confident version of yourself is a version of yourself that will not tolerate any form of disrespect whatsoever. And you not tolerating this form of disrespect is actually your way of finding your voice and being transformed to your higher version of yourself, right? And this higher version of yourself, I feel it as something that is actually going to impact a lot of chapters of your life, right? A lot of categories in your life. It's something that's going to impact your work. This is where as you're going to be able to stand up for yourself, speak your truth throughout everything. This is something that is going to allow you to inspire those that are around you with your voice. This is whereas you might even dabble into more of the creative side of things, whereas you express yourself more with the creative things. And this is whereas Spirit is saying that the things or the people that were in your life that you are releasing were stopping you from actually being able to express yourself or be out there the way that you're supposed to be. So this is actually a very beneficial loss for you at this point, and this is something that you've needed for a very long time. So as much as it's going to be a very painful morning to begin with, but it's going to be beneficial at the end of the day. And that is what we're looking for. You stepping into your higher self, you stepping into your powerful self, and you being able to actually make decisions for yourself that benefit you at the end of the day. Anyways, that is it for today's reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it gave you guys clarity on what steps need to be taken today. And remember, this is a general reading. Some of the parts may resonate to you while others do not. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, but enjoy the rest of your day. Takazani.